Hello, design enthusiasts. Welcome back to Aesthetic Nest. Imagine stepping into your small apartment and feeling the same flutter of anticipation you get when a hotel porter opens the door to a suite overlooking the Seine. That quiet hush, the weight of the linens, the way light dances off a gilded mirror, it feels utterly out of reach, doesn't it? We often treat the Parisian apartment aesthetic as something reserved for high-budget magazines or people with 12-foot ceilings and a family heirloom collection. But here is the controversial truth I want to unpack with you today. The secret to Parisian charm has almost nothing to do with square footage, and everything to do with a very specific kind of architectural impertinence. It's not about buying a beret and a baguette basket for your counter. It's about attitude. In fact, there is one element, a specific design weapon used by Parisian architects for centuries, that allows you to steal visual space right out from under your low ceilings. I am going to reveal that specific technique at the end of this video, and I promise it will change the way you look at every blank wall in your home. Today, we are not just decorating, we are curating a lifestyle. We are pulling back the curtain on the modern, elegant, small apartment inspired by Parisian heritage and charm. The broken plan philosophy, why open concept kills romance. If you want to understand Parisian interiors, you have to first understand that they are the polar opposite of the American open concept warehouse vibe. For the last decade, we've been obsessed with knocking down walls to create massive, multi-purpose rooms. But here is the catch. When everything is visible, nothing is intimate. The Parisian approach values mystery. It values the detour, the little turn in the hallway that reveals something beautiful. In a small apartment, we panic and think we need to see the kitchen, the living room, and the bedroom all at once to make it feel bigger. But architects in the 6th arrondissement know a secret. Defining spaces actually makes them feel larger. If your eye can see the entire box in one glance, your brain has already measured it and found it wanting. But if we use what I call the ghost walls, room dividers that aren't really walls, we create layers. Think of a stained wood screen, not quite reaching the ceiling, placed strategically between a sleeping area and a living space. It's not a door, it's a suggestion. It whispers, there is more here to discover. This technique, rooted in mid-century European design but perfected in the cramped, beautiful apartments of La Marais, gives your brain a pause. It makes the apartment feel like a collection of rooms rather than a box of stuff. The palette of patina, ditching perfect for authentic. We need to have a serious talk about color. We are in February 2026, and if you look at the trending searches on YouTube right now, quiet, luxury, and dopamine decor are battling it out. But Parisian elegance sits right in the middle. It's not the grey minimalism of Scandinavia, and it's not the maximalist chaos of eclecticism. It is a curated patina. When we talk about a modern Parisian apartment, we aren't talking about sterile white boxes. We are talking about warm creams, the color of aged plaster. We are talking about grease, pearl gray that catches the shadow. If you look at the work of architects like Rosso Studio or Jeremy Chelu, you see a love for the mineral palette. Here is a practical tip that costs nothing. Look at your walls. Are they flat? Do they have that drywall new build look? The French hate that. They love texture. You can achieve this with a simple wash of lime paint, or even a technique where you apply matte paint with a rough roller to leave a stippled effect. It catches the light unevenly, just like the limestone walls of a 17th century building. This texture is the heritage part of our title. It makes your apartment feel like it has history, even if you're in a high-rise built last year. The Acajou moment, wood as the through line. Let's talk about the single most important material trend emerging from Parisian design hubs right now: stained wood. Not the pale, scrappy blonde wood of IKEA hacks, but the rich depth of Acajou mahogany or tech-stained oak. In a recent feature by AD magazine, they highlighted a 28 square meter apartment that's tiny, about 300 square feet, where the architect used teak-stained wood for the kitchen cabinetry, the bed frame, and even the wall paneling. Why? Because in a small space, consistency is king. If you use 15 different materials, white laminate, black metal, glass, pine, your eye gets tired. It feels chaotic. But when you wash the space in a singular, warm wood tone, it creates a cocoon effect. It feels like a luxurious boat cabin or a first-class sleeper train. It is enveloping. It tells your brain, you are safe. You are held. I want you to look for Okum or Okumo finishes. If you can't afford custom cabinetry, look for vinyl wraps or even contact paper that mimics the deep grain of stained mahogany. Use it on the back of bookshelves or on the front of a kitchen island. This would act as the thread that sews your small space into a cohesive story. the lighting, layering, the death of the big light. We have all heard it, never use the overhead light. But the French take this to an artistic level. It is about mise en scène, staging the scene. In the Monsaigne apartment renovation by Rosso Studio, the lighting isn't just functional, it's architectural. They used light to define the zones we talked about earlier. Here is the specific technique you need to steal for 2026, the baguette of light. In many Parisian renovations, architects are installing thin, recessed ground-level lights along baseboards, or using LED strips hidden behind the cornice or molding. This light sweeps across the floor, making the ground plane feel like it's floating. Pair this with a single, gorgeous, sculptural table lamp. Do not turn on every light at once. In Paris, you light the space you are in. If you are reading in the corner, that corner glows. The rest of the room can remain in a mysterious, soft shadow. This makes the room feel deep, like it extends far beyond what the light touches. It adds a dimension that square footage simply cannot buy. The architectural weapon of mirrors. I promised you a secret weapon, a specific technique to make your apartment feel like a heritage property. We've danced around it, but now let's land the plane. You might think the answer is a big mirror. Everyone puts a mirror in a small apartment to reflect light. But the Parisian trick, the one used by architect Jeremy Chelou in that stunning Marais apartment, is the miroir en berceau, the beveled mirror and strategic placement. Here is the move. You don't just hang a mirror on a wall. You place it specifically to cut a line. In that apartment, they placed a mirror on the riser of a step, a contramarche where the floor level changes. They put mirrors as backsplashes behind the stove, reflecting the marble. But the most genius trick, mirroring the reveals of door frames. When you have a doorway, take the mirror and place it within the depth of the wall, like a painting, but covering the entire vertical space of the jamb. It creates what the French call a trompe-l'œil, a trick of the eye. It looks like a doorway leading to another room, but it's actually just a reflection of the room you're in. It doubles your visual square footage without adding a single inch. It blurs the line between the real and the imagined. And that, my friends, is the very definition of Parisian charm. It's not about what you have. It's about the story you tell with it. If you enjoyed this deep dive into architectural storytelling, and you want to see how we apply these exact principles to a specific room layout, click the link on screen now to watch my full case study where I redesign a viewer's tiny studio using these heritage techniques. Don't forget to subscribe for more architectural insights that go beyond the surface.